part as far as what is the role of the government in this matter. Now, one of the major pleas of Sajjan Kumar was that the government action taken report he placed on the record, and he says the Nanavati Commission's recommendation to register a case against Sajjan Kumar was not accepted by the government. The government rejected it. It is only under political pressure of my opponent that the government had to ultimately register the case. One. Number two, 6 police officers of Delhi police came and deposed in favor of Sajjan Kumar that he was not there, he didn't come into the area, or that no witness named Sajjan Kumar when they were investigating. Now, unfortunately, the court has ignored the investigations of the CBI that the Delhi police is accused in this case. Now, this is one accused is deposing in favor of the other co-accused. But this is the kind of the thing. The court has also ignored the CBI's investigation that the Delhi police has intentionally removed the documents which are against Sajjan Kumar, and they have forced the documents to favor Sajjan Kumar and put it in the record. Now, unfortunately, in this matter, now if you see, in another similar case of this, in 1992, a charge sheet was prepared against Sajjan Kumar for all 21 years. That charge sheet is not even produced in the court. But this is the kind of the thing, this is the level to which the government is out and out to protect Sajjan Kumar. Now look at this, in this case, the investigations is transferred to CBI in October 2005. In December 2005, the Delhi police filed the closure report and says no evidence is found against Sajjan Kumar and gives him the clean sheet. Now, this is the kind of the manipulation which is going on. And this is very, very unfortunate that the judge did not see into this game. And he fell prey to the same very dishonest investigation earlier conducted by the
No, Harcharan Singh, senior.
Very, very shocking.
Harcharan Singh is a senior journalist. He's with us in Delhi. Mr. Harcharan Singh, what I find a bit surprising here is that the court is going by the testimony of, I think, of 6 or 7 police officers, as Mr. Phoolka says. But it is not going by the testimony of the eyewitnesses in the case. Does that appear selective to you, and in your view, what will be the implications of Sajjan Kumar's acquittal today at a broader level?
Well, incidentally, I have not seen the total judgment, and therefore I cannot comment on what basis the judges have acquitted him now. This is one part of the thing. You see, let's understand one thing which Mr. Phoolka is saying, taking the clue from what he has said, and in furtherance to that, 2,733 people, as per Delhi government report, they have been killed on the roads and streets of Delhi. And look at that. Arnav, I remind you, when you were confronting Jagdish Titler in this channel itself a couple of days earlier, when he said that there is no pressure of the political bosses on the police, you remember that you told him that he barged into the room of the police commissioner when you were sitting there and he shouted, I want my people back. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Therefore, this is the type of the pressure the political people have been putting on the police. You recall that?
I do.
Now, therefore, I am not going to the judgment part of it later. This is exactly what has happened. These people are certainly involved. That this was absolutely organized, political, engineered action by the politicians. Why we are forgetting it? And you yourself witnessed to it when you confronted Jagdish Titler, and he was tight-lipped that moment. I was watching that TV with great interest that point of time. Now remember that 28 years have passed. Within 28 years have passed, many commissions, as Mr. Phoolka was telling, they have been appointed, and they have given their reports also. And ultimately, one fine morning, the government says on the action report, well, we don't agree with the Sajjan Kumar is involved there or not. Now the issue is that the witnesses, those who have been eyewitnesses, they have seen it here. The ladies who have seen their husband being burnt openly, the woman, they have been killed there. They have been gang raped also. And imagine, what was the police doing? Where the people, those who have been killers and monsters, where they evaporated in the whole world. I'm surprised. And ultimately, 28 years have passed.
Your view is therefore...
And Mr. Arnav, I just want to say, the child who was one...
Yeah, go ahead. Please complete.
Yes, carry on.
No, please complete. Please
So
complete.
therefore, the child who was 1 year old that point of time, he is 29 years old now. And imagine what kind of justice are we having it. The Sikhs have already suffered enough of it. Look at the patience we have it here. Haven't we seen our perseverance, haven't we seen our patience all these years also? Please don't test us anymore here. You see, I would not like to say on the judgment of the court as it is. The same court convicts 4 people, at the same time they acquit Sri Sajjan Kumar. We have the reason, we'll go to the higher court, that's a different thing. But mind you, it might take another few years. Mr. Phoolka and other battery of advocates who have been fighting this case all these years, they'll continue to fight more. And mind you, maybe one more generation pass it like this.
Well, it's unfortunate.
You see, I agree with Mr. Sarsa when he was saying that ultimately what faith we have in the judicial system. What faith we have in the judicial system, unfortunately.
Well,
Not even 10 people have been
Abid
convicted
Rasool.
so far.
To Abid Rasool, and then I want to take a response from Mr. Malvinder Singh. Abid Rasool, here a broader question. The broader question 4 of our panelists are saying or suggesting is this, that there has been a deliberate attempt at botching up the evidence against Sajjan Kumar. There is political interference, use of political clout in this particular case. Let me not complicate it. That all that the lip service that you are doing is lip service. Your expression of sympathy is lip service. Because the allegation is that political influence is used to botch up the investigation and let Sajjan Kumar off the hook. I think that's why there is a political attack on you. Abid Rasool, your response, and then I'll get Malvinder Singh back.
Yeah, Arnab, I differ with you on the issue of lip service. I am by heart with my Sikh brothers, and I know what type of torment we go through when we have to fight for the justice. I have personally seen in Gujarat when 300 women were raped and all of them were acquitted for lack of evidence, when the public prosecutors did not even prosecute the case and the Supreme Court had to intervene. In this matter also, I am with them by heart, by mind, and by total commitment. The point is, as per the judgment which has been delivered once it is being analyzed by the senior advocates available on your panel, if it is found that any police officer or any politician has tried to interfere in the judgment and
Mr. Abid Rasool,
delivery of justice,
Mr. Rasool,
in the delivery
Mr.
of
Rasool,
justice, I am sure my party.
Mr. Rasool,
My party will take the consequence of that.
Giving a standard reply. Mr. Phoolka is responding first. Mr. Phoolka.
No, that the officer who has suppressed the charge sheet for 21 years, 92 the charge sheet is signed, till today it is not filed. He is given promotion. He is the DCP in the Prime Minister's office. This is what that party is to do. I mean, give him each and every police officer who has been shielding them, they have been given promotion.
Respond, Mr. Rasool.
Yeah, I'm coming to that. Mr. Phoolka, basically anybody who has tried to subvert justice, who has tried to see that the Sikhs or any other community does not get justice, we have to deal with them very seriously. And I understand that 29 years or 28 years is a long period for justice. We have to have fast track courts. We have to work together. We have to work together to see that.
Singh.
And I am telling you, I am assuring you on behalf of our party that we will not protect anybody who is a part of this crime against the Sikh community and the minority.
Take your assurance. 1 second, Malvinder Singh first.
I am assuring it, Arnab, I am assuring it as a person. I am assuring them as a person who is grieved for my brothers, and I am assuring it. Whether I am true or not, I am assuring it on your channel today.
That this officer who suppressed the charge sheet for 21 years, he should be immediately suspended and the criminal case should be registered against him.
Malvinder Singh,
we request you to go to the Prime Minister and take up this issue on our behalf.
Malvinder Singh, do you take the Congress party's assurance at face value? What is your response to Abid Rasool's assurance? He says, I assure you we will look at whether the investigation has been botched up, and if required we will act. Malvinder Singh.
Well, what I have to say about that is that Mr. Abid Rasool probably doesn't believe it himself. The point in front of us is that
I am with you. I really do not want to play politics on this channel today.
And no, I'm not playing politics. I was a congressman at that time. But what I want to say, and I want to say very emphatically, is I know what a lot of Congress people feel from within, but their public stance is different because of the High Command. The point here is you're in an unenviable position today because 28 years have gone by, and if you haven't been able to convince the country in 28 years, you can't do it tonight, I can assure you. And we are not convinced. I mean, this will have its ramifications and repercussions, and I possibly shudder to think what they may be.
Okay, Mr. Sirsa wanted to also respond to Mr. Abid Rasool. Yes, Mr. Sirsa.
So, are we expecting tomorrow that Ashwani Kumar, the governor, will be recalled because the joint director in his charge sheet had signed that yes, Mr. Jagdish Titler is accused in the rioting of 1984, and this was Mr. Ashwani Kumar, the CBI chief at that point of time, who said no, we won't do this because we got a state order from the High Command. So we are hoping from Congress tomorrow that he will be recalled, and also, as Mr. Phoolka well said, that the DCP will be suspended by tomorrow, who has not filed this charge sheet for 21 years.
Mr. Rasool wants to respond.
And nobody dares to file a charge sheet against. Nobody dares to file a charge sheet against. But I might say again today, nobody in this Congress had a guts to say come on the TV and say, yes, I'll resign by tomorrow if I'm not able to get this charge sheet filed by tomorrow itself in the court.
I would like to answer here that my party and my leadership is committed to get justice, and if once we go into the court order and find that anybody has right to subvert justice, or we will definitely take action, whether it is tomorrow or day after, that I cannot commit, but definitely we are committed to see that whoever is trying to subvert justice towards the minorities have to face the book and the law.
Committed for what? You are committed that Sikh will never get justice in this country unless and until there is no Congress government in the center. We won't get ever justice till the Congress is there. I must say, yes, you are committed for that. You are committed. I must appreciate that you are committed.
Your point is different. What I am trying to put forward is a totally different point, Singh. I am saying here that I am with you.
Responding to
all your grief, I am with you, and shoulder to shoulder we will fight for justice.
29 years? No justice in 29 years.
I am telling you, Arnab. Yes, sir. This is what I am trying to tell you.
29 years.
This debate, I am telling you, 14 years or 16 years, everywhere it is delayed.
What kind of shoulder to shoulder you are talking about?
Harcharan Singh is responding. Harcharan Singh.
We are not a human being. You talk about the Godra, you talk about the other.
Arnab, I would like to say something here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Arnab, I would like to say something here. It is the point of which any crime takes place, there are three agencies involved in that. The first is a police or the CBI investigating agency, then the prosecution, and ultimately the judiciary. You can see the role of the police. Let us take the case of Nitish Bharadwaj, just recently having murdered. The 48 hours they have been able to solve the whole issue. Here the 2,733 people have been killed on the roads of Delhi. And where was the police that point of time? They say we'll bring justice, we'll fight shoulder and shoulder. I says 29 years a hell of a period. You still want to tell us and all these false promises you're trying to bring it here? And it should have been a foolproof case. It should have been made by the CBI or the police. So you are saying it's not a failure? Ultimately, the court will go by the witnesses and other things also.
Yeah, so you are saying it's not a court decision?
Therefore, absolutely a failure on the part of the police. I would say the CBI. It's on the CBI as well also. And ultimately the complicity, I would say, of the politician, that's why the police didn't come into the action, it didn't swing into the action. Let us understand that also. You see, I want to just draw one small parallel for a minute only. When we talk about Devinder Bhular and we say, well, he should be hanged, he is on the road. When his father and his mastered and his uncle has been evaporated, when he is finished, nobody is responsible for it. Why we have two double standards for the Sikhs also, and then for those people who are miscreants, who are the rioters here? I would like to have the comments from the Congress friend who is representing the Congress here.
Yeah, Mr. Rasool, quickly.
It is definitely a long time for 29 years for the carriage of justice, but that needs to be discussed, that needs to be sorted out by an all-party meeting, and we need to work towards minorities protection by formation of and by an act which will protect the minorities.
Malvinder Singh. That's a ridiculous argument. Malvinder Singh is responding to you.
Yeah, no,
my God, I can't believe this. This gentleman needs to be told that we are talking about the 3,000 precious lives.
Yeah. Malvinder Singh.
I don't understand what he's talking about.
Malvinder Singh is responding, Mr. Sirsa.
What I want to say is that if you are talking about trying to give justice after 29 years and you want an all-party meeting, if I recall correctly, on that particular day in 1994,
I never said that. What I'm trying to say is that we need to speed up justice. We need to speed up justice by sitting together and working towards it. I never said an all-party meeting.
Let me just say, on that particular day in 1984, Mr. Vajpayee was down with a viral fever. He came out in his ill condition to try and stop Congress rioters, and I'm saying Congress deliberately because he identified them. He was possibly the most respected Prime Minister this country has had. And he tried to stop it. And he was, at that time, when he was around, why didn't you think of an all-party meeting at that time when he was witness to it? Why do you want to take it today, 29 years later? I can't understand this. What's the seriousness of this?
Mr. Phoolka, are you so disappointed today? Where will you take the fight forward? Are you planning a further appeal personally for you? I want to ask you more a personal question before I wrap up today, Mr. Phoolka. You have fought this, you have faced all kinds of criticism, you have been marginalized, you have been called names by your detractors. You have faced threats, Mr. Phoolka. Sajjan Kumar has been acquitted. Where do you take your fight from here?
I am in favor of filing the appeal. The victim should also file and the CBI should also file, and we should request the High Court to hear it day to day and decide it appeal within 3 months. But now I would also like to give, Mr. Rasool has promised that he will take up the matter with the Prime Minister, so let us give him a chance. Let Mr. Rasool say 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, how many days he wants to take up with the Prime Minister to suspend that DCP who has suppressed the charge sheet, and then come back on your channel and report that what is the result of it.
Well, I think that's a fair point. We leave it to Mr. Rasool to
definitely appreciate, and we will definitely appreciate the gentleman.
Well, let's see Mr. Rasool takes it up to the Prime Minister and what the response is. Gentlemen, 29 years is a long time, and a promise of justice after 29 years holds little hope for many, but for those who are fighting for justice, of course, they deserve all the support required. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on this important subject tonight. Thank you very much indeed.